Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel. Alam nyo ba? Guys, meron na naman tayong aalamin at i-react ngayong araw na to. Ito ay galing kay military base. According nga sa kanya o ang kanyang description sa kanyang video, the 10 most powerful frigates in the world. Wow, ah! Ano-ano nga ba ang mga 10 na pinakamalakas na frigate sa buong mundo? Gusto ko rin talagang malaman yan kung ano-ano yung mga yan, mga idolo. Kung ano-anong bansa ang may pagmamay-ari na kabilang sa 10 pinakamamalakas o pinakamalakas na frigate. Ano ba to? Nabibilang ba to from 10 to 1? Yung number 1 yung pinakamalakas? Or sabihin na natin, isipon ako eh. Sorry guys, sinisipon kasi ako. So, ingat, hindi natin alam kung ano ba to, yung bilang niya is 10 yung pinaka hindi masyado malakas. Yung number 1 yung pinakamalakas or pinag-halo-halo niya na lang yun basta-basta. Pero sana yung yung ano niya, category niya from 10 to 1. Yung 1 yung pinakamalakas para malaman natin talaga kung ano-ano nga, kung ano ba talaga ang number 1 na pinakamalakas na frigate sa buong mundo. Di ba mga idolo? So tara, alamin na natin.
Are you ready to get to know the warships that change the balance of power at sea and represent the pinnacle of technology and engineering? In today's video, we will take a closer look.
So, meron tayong sa Pilipinas, bago tayo mag-start mga idolo, sa Pilipinas, ang frigate natin is yung Jose Rizal class. Yung dalawa nating Jose Rizal class, yung Antonio Luna saka yung Jose Rizal na frigate. Tapos yung corvette natin is yung Miguel Malvar saka yung Diego Silang. Pero, ang nangyari is magiging baliktad na. Kasi dapat kung mabibilang ka sa frigate na isang barko, dapat mas malakas ka kaysa sa corvette. Ang Malvar class natin is mas malakas kaysa sa Jose Rizal. So yung mga armament niya is mas marami. So mas malakas talaga. Kaya ano ang nangyari is magiging baliktad na ang category nila. So ang ating mga Jose Rizal class na dalawa is magiging corvette. And then yung ating Miguel Malvar class is magiging frigate na. So yun. Yan natin gulong-gulo kasi may iba corvette, may iba frigate, tawag. Ano ba talaga? So na-search nga natin, yun nga, dapat mas malakas ang frigate kaysa sa corvette. Dahil mas malakas nga yung ating Malvar kaysa sa ating Jose Rizal class, bumaligtad ang kanilang classification. Okay mga idolo, tara. Balik na tayo sa video at tawag na naman sinasabi.
At 10 of the world's most modern and impressive frigates. If you're ready, let's get started. 10th place, Carlo Bergamini class. Italy's Carlo Bergamini class frigates are the Italian version of the FREM platform. These ships are designed for anti-submarine warfare and multi-purpose missions. The Carlo Bergamini class, whose first ship was launched in 2013, was built to fulfill Italy's NATO obligations and to ensure maritime dominance in the Mediterranean.
Ang nakalagay dito, Italy origin, 144 yung length niya, tapos yung width niya is 19.7 meters. Yung range niya is 6,800 nautical miles. Tapos yung speed niya is 27 knots. So 144 meters, so mahaba-haba rin to. Diba? Parang ano niya na to, parang kasing laki ng ating LPD na barko na Tarlac saka Davao del Sur, di ba? Alam ko 140 lang ito 144, so mas mahaba itong frigate ng Italy. So isa siya sa number 10 mga idolo.
With a displacement of 6,700 tons, these ships are equipped with a 127mm main gun, Silver A-50 missile launchers and torpedoes. They are also capable of detecting submarines thanks to their powerful radar systems and acoustic sensors. Do you think Italy's FREM variant could be one of the big...
So, may VLS din siya katabi ng ating Otomelara. Yan. So, ang haba talaga ng barko na to, no? 144. Eh, ating corvette or ating frigate na Jose Rizal class is mga 100 lang ata. 108 or 110 if I'm not mistaken. Tapos yung Malvar din natin, hindi naman din ganun kahaba. Diba? So, mas mahaba to 144. So, parang monster ship na rin to, no? Kaya, klase rin talaga yung barko na to.
threats in the Mediterranean? Ninth place, Ivar Huitfeldt class. The Danish-built Ivar Huitfeldt class frigates are characterized by their durability and cost-effectiveness.
So, yan, dalawa yung niya, Otomelara niya. Dalawa sa harap. So, ito is yung Ivar Huitfeldt class. Ang hirap sa. So, origin niya is Denmark. Length is 138. So, width niya is 19.7 meters din. So, range niya is 9,000 nautical miles. Ha? Tapos, ang speed niya is 30 knots. So, mas mabilis to. 30 knots.
This class has a displacement of 6,645 tons and a maximum speed of 28 knots. The ship is
28 knots, pero nakalagay dito sa description niya 30 knots. So, 22 knots lang naman ang difference. Diba?
equipped with long-range air defense systems such as SM-2 and ESSM missiles and contributes to NATO's integrated air defense network. It can also effectively detect both air and sea targets thanks to modern radar and sensor systems.
Okay.
The Ivar Huitfeldt class has successfully realized the motto of more power at less cost with the superior features it offers in relation to its cost. Do you think the cost-effective design of these ships can be an inspiration for other countries? Eighth place.
So yun, cost-effective daw. So pwede nating yan. Pwede yan na sa isa nating silipin din, no? Kung gusto nating magkaroon ng frigate na galing sa Europe, di ba? Kasi puro ang mga natin ngayon, puro mga barko nating sa navies, yung mga malalaki nanggagaling sa South Korea, di ba? Kung gusto nating tumingin din sa ibang bansa, kasi mga cost effective din, mga low cost, and then meron tayong dapat na tinatawag na technology transfer, di ba? Para in case na tayo nang gagawa ng sarili nating barko, di ba? Kaya dapat meron tayong technology transfer din na kasama sa deal na kung anong bibili nating barko, di ba?
Formidable class. Singapore's formidable class frigates are built to regional maritime security. Derived from the French Lafayette class, these ships are equipped with modern.
So, origin Singapore, 115 length, width is 16.3, range is 4,200 nautical miles, 27 knots in speed. So, formidable class. Andit lang siya, 115 meters. Malaki pa rin yun, 115 meters.
Radar and weapon systems to prevent maritime threats in the Asia-Pacific region. Despite having a displacement of 3,200 tons, the ship offers very low visibility against radar thanks to its stealth design. Equipped with Aster 15 and Harpoon missiles, the formidable class performs effectively in naval warfare and air defense. What do you think about a small country like Singapore developing such effective ships? Seventh place,
Diba? Kahit maliit lang ang Singapore, nabibilang sa 10 most powerful frigates in the world, diba? Meron sila na ganong capability. Malupit.
Alvaro de Bazan class. Alvaro de Bazan class frigates are high-tech warships built by Spain.
So, itong origin niya is Spain, 147 meters. Mahaba na ito. Yung pinakamahaba kanina is 144 eh. Ngayon 147. So width niya is 18.6 meters, 4,500 nautical miles, and 28.5 knots ang speed niya. So Alvaro de Bazan class. So Spain. Okay?
For its naval forces, with a displacement of 6,000 tons and equipped with the Aegis combat system,
Parang late lang
these
niya tingnan,
ships
no?
show superior performance, especially in air defense missions. Equipped with SM-2 and ESSM missiles, the ship can track and hit multiple targets simultaneously. The F-100 class is recognized for its outstanding performance in NATO exercises and plays an active role in international missions. Could these ships, equipped with the Aegis combat system, be increasing Spain's importance in NATO? Sixth place, De Zeven Provinciën class. The Netherlands De Zeven Provinciën class frigates are
So ito is yung De Zeven Provinciën class. So origin niya is Netherlands, 144 meters ang length. Width is 18.8 meters. Range is 5,000 nautical miles. And speed niya is 28 knots.
designed for both air defense and anti-submarine missions. With a displacement of 6,000 tons and a maximum speed of 30 knots, these ships can detect long-range air threats thanks to their Smart L radars. Equipped with SM-2 and ESSM missiles, they are a cornerstone of European defense capabilities. The technological infrastructure of this class allows it to play an active role in NATO missions. How critical a role do you think the radar systems of these ships play in European defense? Fifth place, HDF.
Kailangan mo talaga kasi ng magandang radar eh. Kasi syempre, ang mga labanan ngayon sa kahit sa barko is palayuan ng atake, di ba? So missile to missile na yan, hindi katulad ng panahon na World War I and World War II. Talagang harap-harapan eh. Yung mga yung mga automelara lang nila nagkakatirahan, di ba? So hindi pa masyado uso yung mga missile noon. So ngayon na talaga. Ngayon, mga missile ngayon, maabot na mga ilang kilometro, di ba? Kaya kailangan mo maganda talaga yung radar mo para malaking sakop mo eh, di ba? Makikita mo talaga kung may threat o wala eh. Di ba? Yan ang mga uso talaga ngayon, mga missile, mga long range missile, di ba? Pati mga drones yan. So kailangan talaga maganda yung yung radar system mo para ma-detect mo talaga lahat yan.
3100. South Korea's new generation frigate, HDF 3100,
3100. South Korea length is 129 meters, width is 15 meters, range is 4,500 nautical miles, 30 knots. So HDF 3100. Ito ba yung ating Malvar class? Alam ko 3200 ata yun, di ba? If I'm not mistaken, mga idolo. So comment down below kung ito ba yun. Ang alam ko 3200 yun, di 3100. So magkaiba to, di ba? Ng barko. Pero kung titingnan mo rin yung barko, iba talaga ito sa design ng ating Malvar class. Diba?
Is part of the FFX Batch 3 project. Planned to enter service in 2023, these ships have a displacement of 3,600 tons and a stealth design. Equipped with powerful radar systems and missile defense systems, HDF 3100 is designed to prevent maritime threats in the region. South Korea has stated that the main purpose of developing this class is to ensure naval superiority against the North Korean threat.
Yan yung sinasabi ko, dapat yung barko natin, meron din ganyan sa harap. Yung secondary gun. Yung katulad ng Pohang class, di ba? May secondary gun siya. And then yung automelara, ganoon din sa likod. May automelara nga siya sa likod eh, di ba? Tapos may secondary gun. Kahit secondary gun lang, di ba? Kasi kailangan, malakas yung barko mo eh. Kailangan lahat ng armaments, meron yan. Para nga, maprotektahan mo rin yung barko mo. Hindi magiging target shooting man lang, di ba? Kaya yun, stick it up. Pero, meron ba siyang vertical launch system? Mga 16 cells, mga ganun, parang wala, no? Hindi ko nakikita. Pero tingnan natin sa ibang angle.
How do you think the HDF 3100 being equipped with such modern systems will affect the balance of power in Asia?
missile din.
Fourth place, Admiral Gorshkov class. Russia's
Sa fourth place is yung Admiral Gorshkov class.
Admiral Gorshkov class frigates are one of the country's
So Russia, 135 meters, 16.4 meters ang width niya, range is 4,000 nautical miles, speed is 29 knots. Alright.
most successful examples of modern warship development. In 2018, the first ship, Admiral Gorshkov, joined the Russian Navy and quickly became one of the main elements of the Northern Fleet, with a displacement of 4,500
Kung titingnan mo naman din kasi yung mga barko ng Russia, di ba? Ang lalaki ng mga missile din, ng mga nakapalibot sa kabilang site niya, di ba? Tapos grabe din yung mga mga missile capability din talaga, malupit eh. Di ba? Kaya dapat talaga tagtaran mo ng missile din yung barko mo para yun maging malakas siya eh. At madepensahan nga din yung sarili niya. Magkaroon din siya ng opensiba. Diba? Kaya kailangan talaga kompleto eh. Pag sinabi mong frigate and corvette type, dapat kompleto pa rin sila ng mga armaments, hindi kulang-kulang. Diba?
Tons and a speed of 30 knots, approximately 56 kilometers an hour. These ships are equipped with powerful weapon systems. These include Caliber cruise missiles, Onyx hypersonic missiles, and short-range air defense systems. The most remarkable feature of the Gorshkov class is its capacity to carry the Zircon hypersonic missiles developed by Russia. Zircon can reach Mach 9 speed and is capable of destroying enemy ships or land targets. The ship's radar and sonar systems can effectively detect both submarines and air threats. This makes the ship suitable for deployment in the Arctic Ocean and the...
Kailangan talaga mapabilang yung barko mo kung may supersonic missile ka, di ba? Capability sa isang barko. Pwede sa ship, pwede rin sa land, itira. Diba? Kaya malupit talaga yun sa Russia rin eh.
Pacific. Russia is using this class for strategic deterrence, and at the same time, it is one step closer to the next generation of naval operations.
Ayun, nakikita niyan. Yung parang bilog na yan. Yan. Ayan, galing Russia yan. Kanilang gawa talaga yan. Diba? Ang daming missile yan, no? Ilan yan? Diba? Dapat ganyan eh. Marami kang missile capability rin para pang depensa rin talaga. O pwede rin pang offense yan. Diba? Diba? Kailangan talaga kompleto yung barko mo. Kasi kung barko lang yan, kulong ko lang, magiging target shooting ka lang talaga ng ibang kalaban mo. Diba? O ng kalaban mo.
What role do you think the Gorshkov class, as a ship equipped with hypersonic missiles, can play in the global balance of power of the Russian Navy? Third place, Constellation class. The U.S. Navy's next-generation warship, the Constellation class.
So, to Constellation class, diba? Number 3. USA, 151 meters. Ba, hapa, no? Mga US talaga, kahit konti, ang laki naman ng mga barko nila. So, 19.8 meters ang width, range is 6,000 nautical miles, 26 knots ang speed. Okay, no? Laki ng barko.
Is designed in accordance with the requirements of modern naval warfare. This class is a project launched in 2020, with the first ship, USS Constellation, expected to enter service in 2026. With a displacement of 7,300 tons, the Constellation class stands out with its versatile combat capabilities. The ship's air defense, anti-submarine and surface warfare capabilities make it one of the most flexible platforms of the U.S. Navy. Thanks to its radar and electronic warfare systems, it can detect enemy threats early and take countermeasures. Weapon systems include ESSM and SM-2 missiles, Mk-41 vertical launch system, Harpoon anti-ship missiles, and torpedoes. The Constellation class is designed to adapt to U.S. global operations, competing with major naval powers such as China and Russia, and strengthening the naval defense of allies is one of the main tasks of these ships. Do you think this new U.S. frigate class could change the course of future naval wars? Second in order, Type 26 Global Combat Ship. The Type 26 Global Combat Ship is one of the most
Type
ambitious
26.
projects of the UK defense industry. The first
So Type 26 sa UK. United Kingdom, 150 meters, 28.8 meters ang width. Range niya is 7,000 nautical miles and 27 knot speed. Number 2, United Kingdom.
ship, HMS Glasgow, is scheduled to enter service in 2028. This class is specifically optimized for anti-submarine warfare missions. With a displacement of 8,000
Kailan daw
tons,
ano?
HMS Glasgow is scheduled to enter service in 2028.
2028
This
pa.
class is specifically optimized for anti-submarine warfare missions. With a displacement of 8,000 tons, the Type 26 is
8,000 tons,
notable for
grabe.
its quiet operation. The ship's hull design and propulsion system make it difficult to be detected by submarines operating underwater. Weapon systems include Sea Scepter air defense missiles, Tomahawk cruise missiles,
Tomahawk.
127mm main gun, and torpedoes. In addition, the ship can detect submarines from long distances thanks to the 2087 towed sonar system. The United Kingdom plans to use the Type 26 class not only in its own navy, but also in the navies of allied countries such as Canada and Australia. This makes this class a global ship. Do you think the Type 26's silent operation capability can really revolutionize anti-submarine warfare? First place,
First
FREM.
place.
The
FREM.
FREM-class frigates are one of the most successful examples of
Frem. So France, Italy. Number 1 is galing sa Europe. So bakit wala dito ang China? Diba? Sa dami nilang barko. Dami nilang barko, diba? Ang bilis nga ng nila, ng paggawa ng barko ngayon eh. Parang gusto nila maging number 1 sa napakaraming ship o Navy ship. Maski sa Coast Guard, ganun din. Di ba? Ang bilis nilang gumawa. Mga barko, pero wala sila dito. Nandito lang, puro sa Russia. Puro ang nakikita natin is puro sa sa Europe, di ba? Ang mga barko na nabibilang sa 10 malalakas o pinakamalalakas na frigate sa buong mundo. Magtataka lang.
Europe's joint defense projects. Developed under the leadership of France and Italy, these ships are
So, length niya is 142 meters, width 20 meters, range niya is 6,000 nautical miles, speed 27 knots. FRAM. Ganda na pangalan. FRAM.
optimized for versatile missions. With a displacement of 6,000 tons and stealth design, FREM offers effective performance in anti-submarine, air defense, and surface warfare. Both countries have adapted this class to their own needs. Equipped with Aster missiles, Exocet anti-ship missiles, and torpedoes, FREM represents Europe's naval power. Do you think this joint European defense project can increase deterrence at sea? As a result, each of the modern warships stands out with its own special capabilities. Don't forget to share with us in the comments which of these ships is your favorite and why.
Diba? Puro sa Europe, mga idolo, yung mga barko. Parang sa US is 2, 3, if I'm not mistaken, diba? Parang ganon. Sa US, tapos isa lang sa Russia. Kasi frigate naman ang pinag-uusapan naman kasi, diba? Malay mo, mas malakas yung China o Russia sa corvette o sa destroyer, diba? Kasi marami pa namang classification ng mga barko eh. Ito, frigate naman ang pinag-uusapan natin. So, ibig sabihin, sa Europe talaga yung mga malalakas na frigate talaga. Yung S-80 ba yun? Yung, hindi ko alam kung frigate ba yun o corvette na in-offer sa atin ng Spain, di ba? Pero yun, maliit na nga tayo, nasa 80 meters. Hindi nga tayo, pero yung capability niya, okay din, di ba? At low cost din yun. Low cost. So, yun. So, meron pa atang technology transfer din yun. Kaya, pwede natin din yung i-considerate natin, di ba? O i-considerate ng ating Department of National Defense, di ba? Kung kung okay tayo doon. Kasi puro tayo sa South Korea, wala namang problema sa South Korea. Bakit? Hindi naman ganoon. Sabihin natin puro tayo sa South Korea. Pero tingnan din natin yung yung ibang barko na pwede nating tawag dito itambal sa sa South Korean na Navy ship, 'di ba? Nagawa nila, 'di ba? So, kung ano yung nababagay sa ating fleet na Navy, sa Philippine Navy, why not, 'di ba? Kung kukuha tayo sa ibang bansa. Basta low cost, tapos makikinabang din ng ating bansa o talagang mapapakinabangan natin yung barko yun according sa ating classification kung ano bang kinakailangan ng ating Philippine Navy, di ba mga idolo? So, yon mga idolo. So, maraming salamat sa video ni Military Base para sa kanyang 10 most powerful frigates in the world. So, lalagay ko sa description down below ang kanyang full video, pati po kanyang tawag dito, ang kanyang YouTube channel. I-subscribe nyo po siya. At syempre, huwag nyo rin po kalimutan na mag-subscribe din po sa aking channel. Hit nyo po yung notification bell at yung like button, mga idolo. At huwag nyo rin po kalimutan na i-follow din po ako sa aking Facebook page na Alam Nyo Ba. At soon po, gagawa po tayo sa TikTok, mga idolo. So, huwag nyo po rin kalimutan na i-follow din po ako doon. So guys, dito na po tayo nagtatapos. Maraming po salamat sa lahat. Ingat po tayo lagi. And God bless us all. Bye-bye.